Boy, can you get into a funk. Even if you're doing your soul mission, you can get into your funk. Get into your... Not the funk, the good funk, but we're talking about a little bit like of the other funk. But the thing is, if you are... We did really well. It's just that when you go in circles, even if it's progressing you forward, but with certain things, if the body doesn't get enough energetic rest, there's tenseness, and everything matters. Everything accumulates, just like this 1%. Like if you are 1% off from this alignment, you're gonna eventually drift off, right? It's not that you're off necessarily, but if you wait a few years, definitely you will drift off, you see? So it's about, hang on a second. We're like, should we wait? No, we want coconut water. It's like, what? This is the thing, we have to prioritize the body. This is the thing, you know? Like, we can't, you know? It's like, it's the opposite of what actually people say to you in like job situations. It's actually the opposite. It's very interesting when it comes to how you actually get in integrity. Oh, so delicious. It is the body that is what we are meant to follow. And this is, we had this come up today, this thing about man-women. Traditionally, men are more connected to the overall picture and higher intelligence from the intellectual planes. And the feminine, the feeler, the women are usually more connected to the to gaia, to feelings, and to intuition in that way. And so, if there is, and there has been, and of course nowadays everything is a little bit crisscross and you have all kinds of configurations of consciousness, so it's drifted off a little bit in like strange combinations. But just to, and it doesn't mean that that's wrong, it's just like in any other plant species that grows in this way and that way, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just different from what it started, and for us to explain concepts, it's good to go with some basics. And this is like, we can foresee this being like, you know, in the Son of God, and it's like, where's the women? You know, like it's, you can, you know, it's interesting. And so we're just saying that, we're just explaining consciousness and the growth, and the man and the woman traditionally was like that, right? And so what that means is that the man, a man that is solid in himself and comprehends that the woman is a reflection of him, it's the same for the woman, it's just that it's different. It's just that it's the reflection of the intellect, of what, because they are so caught up in their feeling body. So both the feeler, which is the women that is more dominant feeling this experience, is about harmonizing the intellect. It's all about both. And then for the beings that are very intellectual, it's about harmonizing with the body and getting to know the body. That is the main purpose of this configuration. And so if you're a man and you are having the overall picture, and then a woman is telling you, sometimes that has been seen as nagging. There's been a lot of arguments and stuff in that configuration because they haven't comprehended that the woman is there as an extension of your body. There's something that your body is feeling that you're ignoring. This is why when you are just listening to a woman and receiving her, she feels better. Because that's the whole point. You're just meant to listen to your body, know what's going on, or your feeler, or your woman, or your daughter, or your, also your son. Don't exclude him. He also has a feeler. You see? Don't treat people different. You don't have to. And that's what we're seeing more and more now, is that there are more and more harmonious beings coming in that have these more and more intact, right? And that means that they're channeling. When those two become one, that means your inner masculine, which is the knower, and the feminine feeler, when those two become one, is the dance when you are receiving your soul mission, your next step, your further evolution in consciousness with your body. It is the body that we are here to ascend in frequency. And so for that, we need to inject energy that is masculine energy that is correcting. You see? That is correcting certain things. Certain things needs correction. But it's having the awareness of the knower, the correct perspective of what it is that needs correcting. And so this is the whole purpose of what we're doing here. Because we can talk spirituality all we want. And all what that means is that you are regurgitating stuff in the mind. But unless you combine that with your body, truly, and not what you superimpose on the body, there's many tricks that people do energetically in order to think that everything is okay. Oh no, just pushing the body, like many twisted ways of continuing this duality. But we don't have to do it that way. We can start to harmonize. And that looks different for different people because the manifestation is different. But it's still the same split, could be. One could be this way and one could be the other way. And so this is how you interpret your reality. This is a way to read your intuition also. Interpreting the movie, knowing that it's your movie. You created these characters. Gaia is trying to speak to you. God is trying to speak to you. Everyone is trying to speak to you at the same time. And some are distorted and not for you. It's like the radio signal on that one is slightly off. It's coming like glitchy. Like that's what we're seeing now with people. And it's just a missing correct perspective so that the clarity of sight of what's needed, because once that balance is there, it's more automatic than people think. It's not a thinking. It's a combination of, you can get a good idea, but you feel it too. It's like both. It's not just a good idea. If you don't have any how do you know? But if there is this resonance, there is a particular flavor and feeling. It's not just what people are saying, it's the resonance and the flavor of what Gaia is sharing. You see? Gaia is at play with every human being to inform so that we move forward correctly in frequency, so that we can maintain a high vibration. This is how we maintain a high vibration. by looking at things correctly and course correcting whenever something does not seem like it's in harmony. That's it. We feel so good in the body. Being out in so much nature, oh my God, we have missed it so much. We have been inside of a city, a busy city, for 5 months. And it took a little toll on us, let us say, to hold all of that. But now, it's like letting go of 50 kilo weights. It like feels like that sometimes. And this is stuff that's unspoken. This is just a feeling of like, yeah, and I don't even want to look at it. But we can still feel it crumbling. Because we're in nature and we are being refueled so much. Gaia is the most beautiful being with just the most natural nature. Is so healing for people. That's why it's so important to keep as much nature as we can. That's one of the things that they're working on here, which we were going to the neighbor place. There is a project here. And they're so focused on using natural materials, and they don't just cut down all the trees, but there is a very strategic keeping the land as is while still building housing that is beautiful and also natural. And we could feel it when we were inside. We could feel like it was just, everything was breathable. It was like either wood or, what was it? There was some kind of, it wasn't cement, but it was like some kind of natural recycled something. I can't remember. But it was very ergonomic. It was feeling very good to the system. And it's high up. It's like, and then you get these beautiful views. Oh my God. Like, really looking forward to making some more footage around here to show you guys, because it's so stunning. It's like, whoa. And we feel inspired to start filming again. Like, we didn't really feel so inspired in the other places. We sort of like dropped out of it a little bit. But in this place, we can like feel that desire just building again, because you guys have to see this. It's just from like, just beauty, you know, nature. That's what we're attracted to so much. And we can feel our heart opening, just being with these people, lovely people, really just inviting me in as part of their home, you know. Really wonderful, wonderful people. So, if you want to get started or get a little taste, you can choose where you're at, how long you've been listening to us. But if you have been listening to us for a while, highly recommend that you sign up for these 28-day consciousness shifts and continue with the Ascension program. Because that's where we're actually deep diving. Because there are many things that needs to be course corrected. And like, what better way than to just do a little bit each day, so that you don't overwhelm the system, but you're making sure that you're going in the right direction every single day. And if you're a little bit new, we highly recommend that you sign up for our WhatsApp group so that you attain one of these Heya Live sessions. That goes for everyone, by the way, because those Heya Lives, that's when we actually come together as a group and we create this beautiful group field. And we feel that, oh my God, our system we will have a much better time here doing that. we can feel that, because the energy is expansive. And when our energy is more expansive, everything just works better, you know. All the juices are flowing, so to speak, and that also includes the higher intelligence. So sign up, and we will send out the events once every week, and we usually do it a day before. Highly recommend that you just book right away, because it closes 1 hour before it starts. So if you just wait until the moment, you might miss it. But it's just do it when you see it, and then it's done, and then you receive all there goes out some emails to notify you when it starts, so that you can just click and go straight to the broadcast. All right, take care, and we will also we're getting ready to invite you guys here. So if you're excited, because I'm very excited, this is Gaia nudging all of us to get together and really truly make this shift. And when you get in person, then things are getting a little bit more, you know, things are getting a little bit more real, right? Sending you so much love. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.